Yo, what's going on, world? It's Archie, and today I'm going to be walking you guys through every single thing I did to go from this to this. Let's go. Okay, so right off the jump, I'm not a licensed nutritionist. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a professional dietitian. I'm not any of those things. I have just read a lot. I've studied a lot, and I have gone through a lot of transformation myself. And so I want to walk you guys and talk to you guys about my personal thoughts on things that have helped me. So hopefully you'll be able to glean from it. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna walk you guys through 5 major points of things that really helped me with this transformation. And for those of you guys that stay until the end, I got 2 personal It's Archie bonus things that really helped me to get over the hump as I was seeing progression. Okay, so those 5 points that we're gonna talk about off the jump are how I ate, how I worked out, exactly what program I did, the supplements, if any supplements, that I took, and how consistent I was. Before we keep going, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the channel, because there's gonna be way more videos of me talking about different things that I've gone through to help me accomplish my goals. But without further ado, let's move on to number 1. Number 1, and arguably, what am I saying? This isn't arguably. This is 100% the most important thing that I did. And it was being in a calorie deficit. Calories in, calories out. And being in a calorie deficit means that I consumed less calories than my body burns in a day. Think of it this way. If you take a 1,000-gallon swimming pool, I'm not even sure if that's a big swimming pool or not. But let's say you take a 1,000-gallon swimming pool and you fill it with the best water known to man. But the only catch is you try to fill it with 1,500 gallons of water. The water is not going to fit into the swimming pool. It really does not matter if it is the most disgusting sewage water that you've ever found, or if it is the purest water like it came straight from the fountain of youth. If it's a 1,000-gallon swimming pool, it's not gonna hold 1,500 gallons of water. Honestly, I don't know if that's the best analogy, but I'm pretty sure you understand where I'm going with it. I have to make sure that I'm eating less food than I'm burning. And for me, before I got into the regimen that I got into, I was eating a lot of healthy food. I've been plant-based for over 8 years, but I was just eating too much food. Which leads me to a sub point of point number 1. I didn't even realize how much my macronutrients was all over the place until I started tracking the food that I was eating on a daily basis. I know there's a lot of people that don't like the idea of tracking your food, but to be honest with you, low-key, tracking my macros was probably one of the biggest things that helped me to be able to reach the goal. You'd be extremely surprised, or maybe you wouldn't, at the amount of people that either undershoot their fats, proteins, and carbs that they get in a day, or overshoot it by a whole bunch. It's really hard to keep track of all those things unless you specifically make an intention to track them. Number 2, how I worked out. So I worked out 5 days a week. I did HIIT cardio 2 to 3 times a week. And this is the big point. I walked like 10,000 to 15,000 steps a day. Literally no top secret information. That's basically what I did. And I'll expand on this even deeper into the next point. But getting a proper weight training routine not only caused me to see muscle and strength growth quickly, but it also kept me motivated because I was seeing muscle and strength growth quickly. So it was just like a whole full circle of dopeness. Okay, also, cardio. I'm literally probably gonna talk about this in another video because it's so important to me. Because doing cardio the right way helped me so much whenever it came to seeing my body burn the right things. Like I said above, I only did HIIT a couple times a week, and I walked a lot. And I didn't do a lot of long distance running. I did not do a lot of hour-long jogs throughout my process. Why? Because if my heart rate is too high for too long, it will cause my body to burn muscle instead of burning fat, which will then slow down my fat burning process because my muscle is being burnt off, and my muscle is something that also helps me to burn fat. And check it, I love running. I'm a heavy Spartan racer, so I definitely enjoy running. But it was just something about waking up every morning daily and knowing I did not need to go out and run 5 miles, whether it be joyfully or whether it be begrudgingly, in order to see the goals that I have. Plus, when you're looking at being able to do something long term, you want to find something that is going to be able to be consistent long term. All right, number 3, the program that I used. Okay, so I really want to take a second and spend a little bit of time on this topic specifically. If you have never heard of Jeremy Eiter and the whole Built with Science movement and the whole Built with Science team, do yourself a favor and just go on YouTube and type in Built with Science. I'm not gonna dive too deep into the details of the program because that would literally be unfair for the program. But I will say this, in the midst of me searching so hard to find a program or a regimen that would really work for me, and constantly being disappointed, man. Constantly being disappointed because feeling like I kept running into walls and running into dead ends of programs that seemed promising but ended up leaving me disappointed. All these flaky people tossing out different things online that don't really actually care about you seeing results. They just care about your money. It can be really discouraging. And that's the place that I was in right before I found Built with Science. One of the things about Jeremy specifically that initially pulled me in was his willingness to give away so much information for free. Like, there's literally countless amount of videos that just give away amazing information that can really help you see your goals accomplished. So that was one of the big things that pulled me into him specifically. So after that, I went ahead and dived into the Built with Science program. The intermediate shred program is what I got into specifically. So one of the really cool things that actually stands out to me about the program specifically, in the midst of all the other really great things about it, is they have this dope chart that keeps track of your macros and the amount of calories you should consume in a day, and it breaks down the macros within the amount of calories that you should consume in a day, and it adjusts daily. As every morning you wake up, you put in your daily weight and then you enter your daily calorie intake. As you see progress, the chart adjusts with your progress so that you can see your goals reached a whole lot faster than if you were to just be eating the same amount of calories per day. So, for example, if you go by the 1 gram of protein per pound rule, whenever I weighed 200 pounds, I was consuming 195 to 200 grams of protein. If I drop weight, because if my goal is to cut and I'm losing weight, and then let's say I drop to 190, 185, then the chart would adjust with that, and then my protein intake would go down. That to me was a big selling point because it just goes with you gradually and helps you see your goals accomplished really quick. If you are looking for a reliable program, I highly recommend the Built with Science program. Number 4, supplements. Okay, first of all, do I believe that a person has to take supplements in order to see results? No, I don't believe that. A good diet or a good nutrition plan is way more important than any supplement that you can take. And supplements will never replace bad eating habits. So really the 2 main supplements that I took was my protein powder from Blessed, which is this company called Blessed. I'll drop the link below. Amazing protein. I've tried a lot of vegan protein, and this protein is really good. They have a ton of different flavors. They have a strawberry milk flavor that if you like strawberries and cream frappuccino type stuff, that flavor is amazing. You can mix it with like frozen strawberries, almond milk, blend it up, add the protein powder, strawberry and cream frappuccino. Super good. So that's the protein powder that I take. And the second thing that I take is a pre-workout from a company called First Form. And the name of the pre-workout is called Project One. I take that 15 to 20 minutes before I go work out and get my gym in. And that's pretty much what I take as far as supplements. Number 5, consistency. It's no lie that once my body fat percentage got below 15%, there were times where my fat burning process slowed down a little bit. But that's simply because my body fat percentage was a lot lower and my body was then striving to focus on that stubborn body fat that is just that, stubborn. So I literally had to learn to trust the process. That's why I really believe, really believe that you have to find a program or a routine that you really trust, because it's not always going to be constant progression or always going to be constant amazing results seen throughout your process. So being able to get a program or a routine that you know, I trust this, and even if I'm not seeing things happen right now, I trust this process, and that's going to cause you to continue to move forward and not quit whenever you don't necessarily see the results that you think you should be seeing. Keep going, even if you don't see stuff happening. That's the motto right there. Find something that you trust. Keep going, even if you don't see stuff happening. Trust the process. Okay, so this is those 2 bonus things that I promised you guys at the beginning of the video. I'm gonna hit you with 2 of them. The first one is mindset. Your mindset is everything, man. Like I swear, you can have all the information in the world, but if you haven't determined within yourself and within your own mind that nothing is going to stop you from accomplishing something that you want to accomplish, there is going to be something that will stop you every single day. Like every morning when you wake up, there's constantly things that are striving to knock you off of your path. And if your mindset isn't adjusted in a way that says literally nothing is going to stop me from accomplishing this, then there's always going to be something that's going to stop you from accomplishing it. With that said, nothing happens overnight, and I understand that. And so that's why, like, part of my mindset adjustment was, I don't care if it takes 2 years to see my ultimate goal accomplished. Because when you really sit down and think about it, I mean, I'm 34. What is 2 years in comparison to the next 50 I could potentially live? You know, even if you're 40, even if you're 50, even if you're 60 years old, what's 2 years of creating a quality way of living that could potentially extend your life in comparison to the next 30, 40 years that you could be living at a great value? Think long term. Think in a lifestyle building way and not just a 5-month crash diet building way. And my second bonus point that really helped me push over the hump is community. I found myself a community of people with the same mindset and the same goals that they were striving for that really lined up with the things that I was striving for. And that community of people is a really dope thing to have, because not only are you building solid friendships, but it's a group of people that are going to push you and encourage you and love on you whenever you're doing great things, and even call you out in a loving way, hopefully, whenever you are doing things that aren't helping you accomplish your goal. As people, we're not meant to walk alone. Yes, introverted people need their alone time in order to recharge, and extroverted people love getting recharged by other people. But I'm a firm believer that we all need community. And if you give a person a goal with a group of people with that same goal, then you will 100% see impossible things take place. I'm not saying that there's never been a person that's been able to accomplish their goals by themselves. I'm also not saying that you won't be able to rock it alone. But for me, community not only made it easier, but it made it way more fun as well. So that's what worked for me. I hope this video helps you, encourages you in some way, shape, or form. I hope you can glean from it. If nobody has told you today, you got this. So go ahead and go out and get it. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. You can head over to the channel, check out some more videos. And until next time, stay blessed, stay focused.